When They See Us recently came out.
Yes.
I interviewed the Central Park Five. Well, two of the guys,
And I
Yusuf and
congratulate.
Raymond.
Yes, that was a great interview.
One of my all-time favorites.
Yes.
And I got to, I rewatched the whole thing. We just released the full interview because it was in parts originally, but we released the whole thing, and I got to watch it from beginning to end. And when I'm doing interviews, I zone out. I have to go back and see what happened. And after watching the film, I'm like, wow, they really laid out the story exactly how the film laid it out to the T. And it's such a heartbreaking story when you watch it from the people who actually went through it for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But you were actually in New York.
I was a first-time champion. I had come back that summer. I'm doing John Salley Day in the Park. I'm hanging with Mike Tyson.
Okay.
He's the champion. I'm the champion. I'm in New York. I'm there that summer. And it seemed like the thing just doused everything. It was like, I felt sorry for those cats. But it was our first light to what was happening to OJ, if you realize what happened. The way they treated the Central Park five kids that didn't even know one another.
Yep.
Right? Woman said she was raped by one person. They put five people.
The woman didn't know she was raped at all. But
no DNA.
Right.
They don't even know one another.
Yep.
They act like, oh, this is a white woman laying here with her ass in the air, and everybody went by and hit it real quick. And no, this, and then it was like, you can't go anywhere in New York. Stay away from Central Park. I'm telling you, stay away from parks. Almost black people don't come out at night because race riots are going off in New York now. People are upset. They're thinking it was a tough time, and I stayed at the Plaza,
which is right there.
Right there.
Right
my
by
brother was
Central
like,
Park.
"Man, can't you get another hotel not near?" I mean, that's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I remember too when Donald Trump did that. But Donald Trump, everybody doesn't realize
Trump
was the man.
Was a full page ad calling for the death penalty of these 5 young kids.
Yeah. Death penalty.
And they actually questioned him recently about this?
Yeah, they questioned him yesterday, and he said there's a lot of people that, but whether or not
He said they admitted their guilt.
they admitted their guilt.
What's the problem?
This is the deal. That's what I mean. They knew before they went to jail
Yeah, they knew.
that this DNA, because he said it just had caused other crimes. While this was going on, the DNA was showing up, and they were having to record the DNA. They had to sit back and go, hey, this is not happening. Plus, they're going to stop. They realized DNA had let out so many brothers to jail. If they were to really right now say, let's just do all DNA on every single case, and if you know how the jails would be empty. Who's going to make your North Face?
Right.
Who's going to make your North Face clothes now? Who's going to make your Made in America clothes now if that happens?
Yeah, and the DA, she's still saying that it's, the depiction was unfair and it's still untrue, and she still is holding on to her story that her
How could you hold on to the story? Like, this is the craziest thing. You can't hold on to the story when you say, hey, this is the guy, this is the DNA, none of their DNA matched.
Right.
You knew that.
No,
Period. That we can just stop right there. You knew that.
No.
They didn't have DNA there. None of them had DNA. 15, you're not putting, come on.
Right. No, I remember, when I was interviewing 2 of the guys, they said that the police even try to kind of trip, I think, Corey Wise into part of the crime scene clothing to try to get his DNA onto the clothes and then go back and try to prove it. Like, they were doing really dirty tactics.
Right.
None of their confessions matched up with what actually happened. None of them knew each other, and they all went to prison, and all their lives got fucked up. And Corey Wise, I got to see an interview with him on Oprah, and he doesn't seem like he's all there. He looks fucked up.
Feet are bad for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? He was the older one. He was the smooth one. His talk is different. He's totally institutionalized.
Yeah.
You asked everything you can possibly ask besides saying, how many times were y'all raped? That you did everything but say that. And they just to their credit, was like, jail is hard for you. The only thing above or worse is a child molester.
Child molester, yeah.
But prison is also fair to some cats when they look and they can tell if you that kind of person too. I'm not saying I'm an expert in prison. I just, my brother's a CEO, my best friend's a CEO, and I've always, you know, wondered what it was, not wanting to be it, but it's hard to have brains trapped. And that mentality, your brain is trapped. You're living amongst people, and then people gonna know if you're telling the truth or not. They're gonna know if you're a rapist or not. They ain't just gonna take it on that. They're gonna check you first, and they ain't gonna go on your reputation. There's gonna be people say, yo, so y'all in here, yo, we had nothing. I don't even know that cat. And when they start hearing the story, you might get protected.
Yeah.